We're driving along the motorway now, often a difficult situation for women drivers. What happens if you start to get in trouble on the motorway? What should you do?
As soon as you start to experience any difficulties at all, try and make your way immediately onto the heart shoulder. As soon as you get onto the heart shoulder, put your hazard warning lights on. The marker posts at the side of the road have an arrow on the side of them, and they will point you to the nearest breakdown motorway phone. If at all possible, if you can coast along till you get to the next nearest breakdown phone, then try and do that. The phones are manned by police officers, they're through to the police control rooms, and all you have to do is literally pick up the receiver and you'll be connected straight to the police mobile control room. If you state that you're a female on your own, you will be given preferential treatment. That's also by the police and by the motorway breakdown organisations. They will dispatch someone to you as soon as possible.
I think this has to be one of the most upsetting and intimidating situations for a woman driver to get into, an aggressive driver up behind us, flashing his lights, coming in close. What do we do in these situations?
Whatever you do, don't stop. Always leave yourself a safe gap so you can always get out and you're not going to be forced to stop in traffic. Lock your doors. And whatever you do, always avoid eye contact with him. Ignore him completely.
Now this man is getting really nasty. I mean, how do you cope with a situation like this?
Right. Try and sound your own horn to try and attract more attention to you. Flash your headlights, draw attention. If you are forced to stop like this, then obviously try and reverse away from the situation and get to a busy area where you can get help.
Isn't there a danger you might stall the car?
Yes, there is. Always keep your engine running and try and keep calm, don't panic, and just try and drive out of the situation as quickly as possible.
So remember, prepare well for your journey and plan ahead. Be aware of your surroundings, avoid isolated spots and act with confidence. And don't allow yourself to be intimidated. Stay calm.
And every police station now carries special leaflets giving advice for women drivers and how to be safe on the roads. Well, that's it from Crimestoppers Special tonight. The phones have been ringing for the last half hour and the officers behind us have plenty of work to do. But do keep those calls coming in. We'll be staffing the switchboard after we've gone off air.
Remember, we want to know about any crime at all, not just the ones we featured tonight. So back in November, I hope you can join us then. From Christine and I, good night.
Good night.
Coming up next, half an hour of comedy in the Russ Abbot Show.
Wrap your jaws around a KFC value meal and you could win one of 100 holidays to Universal Studios, Florida. Fly with Transamerica Holidays and stay at the Twin Towers Hotel. Get your teeth into one of KFC's great value meals. You could soon get a taste of Universal Studios, Florida.
Dixon Super Scoops. Use cars with no deposit. Spend nothing until 95. Then repay over 4 years. Like 94 Fiestas, only 5,995. 94 Corsas, 6,595. And 94 Renault 19s at 7,995. Grab a Dixon used car Super Scoop while stocks last.
If you can't decide which of Mr. Kipling's delicious fruit pies to choose, why then, choose his fruit pie selection.
Your stylist knows your hair is special. So do you. He tailors the conditioner to match your hair. So does Vidal Sassoon. Now there is new Wash and Go with tailor-made conditioners to match your hair. So dry hair stays soft and shiny. Greasy hair is cleaner with body. And fine hair has volume. New Wash and Go from Vidal Sassoon. Tailored care for your hair.
If
If you're in business, television advertising is the most powerful way to reach your customers. To find out more, ring Leeds 465 444 and ask for Geoff France.
How does it feel, the big 4-0?
Well, Veruza, I picked out a gift especially for you.
Oh, Jack, please tell me it's not another human skull candy dish.
Birthday Blues in Good Advice, Tuesday at 7:30 on ITV.
At 7:30 tonight in Coronation Street, Bet tells Raquel the truth about Charlie. But now meet the Noisy family and the residents of Pimpletown in the Russ Abbot Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Russ Abbot.
Any dessert?
No, not for me, thanks. But I'm sure you will, eh, dear?
I know this is naughty, but I think I'll go for death by chocolate.
Coming right away.
We're here to play the new Baz Challenge. Doris, will you take up the Baz Challenge?
Yes.
Come on. So, Doris, you really love your new Baz.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to offer you 2 boxes of your old powder for 1 new Baz.
So that's 2 boxes for this one.
That's right.
All right, then. You're on.
Doris.
And there's still time for another. It really is exhilarating stuff, this. Calvado, just the flick to Fabrizi. Fabrizi turns, he shoots and scores. Oh, magnificent goal, Fabrizi! And there it is, the final whistle. As for the fans, well, they don't think it's all over. They know it's all over, and they're going absolutely wild with delight. Understandably so. It's Real Madrid by an amazing 18.
Rubbish! 18 pigging goals went past our goalkeeper.
What are you staring at me for, boss?
Because you're our goalkeeper, Davis. You even dropped your orange at half-time.
It wasn't my fault I let those goals in. Every time I went for the ball, I was pushed from behind.
You're all pushed from behind, aren't you? That's the way the game's played, isn't it?
Hang on, boss.
You can keep your trap shut, Jimmy. Call yourself a striker, missing chances like you did.
It wasn't my fault I missed, was it? It was my flicker. It was all fingers and thumbs.
All right. So he was a useless flicker. But that's no excuse to this open goals.
I think Jennings played quite well in the box.
I think Jennings played quite well in the box. You all played well in the box. It's when you take it out of the box and put onto the pitch you play terrible. I'm warning you. The chairman's told me if you don't book your ideas up, he's going to take you all back to the shop and ask for his 1995 back.
Now you've been a bit harsh on us, boss.
I'm going to be harsh, Davis, because what did I tell you? I said if you're injured, stay down. Waste a bit of time. But you didn't, did you? You got straight back up again.
How the chuffing it can I stay down with this everything?
Yes, well.
And don't forget, boss, we was outnumbered. We had to play most of the game with only 10 men, didn't we?
You know why we were outnumbered? Because Dobson fell off the table and rolled under the settee.
Where is Dobson, anyway?
The dog got him. But we've buried him in the garden by now. All right. I'll admit we were outplayed by a better side today. But I've just heard the draw for the first round of the FA Cup. And if we don't win by 20 clear goals, I'm packing this game in for good.
Who is it, boss? Who are we drawing, boss?
Manchester City at Main Road.
What do you think of our new expedition leader, Brown?
He's all right, I suppose.
Yeah? You like him?
Well, yes.
Want some more?
Probably salty.
Doctor.
Mrs. Gifford.
Is he any better today, Doctor?
Oh, yes, yes, I'm pleased to say he's looking a lot more cheerful.
It was a very cold day in Pimpletown. So cold, in fact, that Billy the brass monkey had climbed into the thick branches of the apple tree to shelter from the icy wind. Brr, said Billy. I don't think I've ever been as cold as this in my entire life. Suddenly, there was another gust of icy cold wind, and 2 apples fell out of the tree. Oh, no, said Billy. It's even colder than I thought. It was even too cold for Diarrhea the dog, who was shivering in his kennel with Penelope Poodle. Just then, Mrs. Veruca came out of Cornpad Cottage with a bucket of water. Oh, those 2 dogs do look very thirsty, said Mrs. Veruca. I'd better give them a drink. Just then, Roger the milkman arrived to ask Mrs. Veruca how much milk she'd like today. 1 pint or 2, asked Roger. 2, please, replied Mrs. Veruca. Oh, dear, groaned Roger. I've only got the 1. Can I give you 1 later? Of course you can, said Mrs. Veruca. Then she picked up the bucket of ice-cold water to give the dogs another drink, but quite by accident threw the whole lot over Roger the milkman. Poor Roger. He was freezing cold. In fact, he'd never felt this cold in his entire life. Hasn't it been an exciting day for everyone in Pimpletown? For Billy the brass monkey, for Diarrhea the dog, for Mrs. Veruca, and for Roger the milkman. Especially for Roger the milkman.
You're absolutely sure, Mr. Hudson, you want your son christened after the entire England football team?
That's right.
I christen this child John. Call them a football team. What a load of rubbish. They haven't got a clue. Talk about a bunch of fairies, they're useless. I wouldn't pay them out in washers. You see, it's not a question of being callous or uncaring. You have failed to meet the payments on your home now for several months. And you see, the bank does have a clear policy, which I'm afraid leaves us no alternative. We will have to evict you. I am sorry.
Out you come.
Linda! Come and hold this shelf for me, will you?
Can't you see old Lizzie Gordon? Ask your Alan to come down and help you out.
Have an Alan! Have an Alan!
Have a man! Have you seen me always now fixed it in you?
Have an Alan! Have you get her what?
No, I haven't been a selling. And yes, there a Karen! Have a Karen! Have you got me over there fixed it up there?
Have a Alan! Have a Alan! Go upstairs and tell her Alan I want it! Have a Alan! I don't get over!
Hello, what you want, your dad?
Have a man! It's my John, I'll take on you!
you, would it?
Armageddon! Go and tell Armageddon you're wanted!
Armageddon! He's out from behind that big
Tell it, Armageddon. I'm doing this.
Don't shout off the Armageddon like that, Armageddon, or I'll belch you on!
The couple next door. They're at it again! Playing chess! You're shooting their kids and making down for living next door to a man house! Better.
Morning.
Afternoon.
Evening.
Got the time? I should have closed an hour ago.
I'm looking for an umbrella. Have you got a green one?
Not in your size, no.
Can I have a look at it?
Please yourself. Apart from those over there, that's the last one in the shop. Well, what do you think?
I can't tell, can I? It's not raining.
Look, I tell you what. Why don't you come back when it is raining, and that'll give me time to wrap it for you.
Sounds fair enough.
Anything else?
What are these?
Oh, they're 3-inch nails.
Oh, I'll take 4 then.
I haven't got 4. I've only got 3.
Well, that's no problem, is it? I can cut that one in half.
I'll have to charge you extra.
Fair enough. Can you change your £5 notes?
Ah, yes. 2 10s be all right.
Right, that'll do.
Well, there you go. I'll see you next Tuesday, then.
Oh, not if I don't come back till Wednesday.
Oh.
Bye.
Goodbye. Idiot. Oh.
Where are you going on your holiday then?
Me? I booked a week's fly drive in California.
With this airline?
No, Lunn Poly. Only £350 all in.
Get away.
You shouldn't be down on your knees.
I'll do that, love.
You? Get on your knees and scrub. You feeling all right?
Leave it to me, pet. If you want to pick up a few easy brownie points, pick up New Flash XL. It's the business. It glides through even the toughest grime, so you don't have to get down and scrub. Compared with old Flash, New Flash XL breaks down greasy grime so easily. It's a piece of cake.
Pete! Darling, you've done all that scrubbing.
Yeah.
Oh, your poor back. Let me rub it for you.
New Flash XL does the hard work, so you don't have to.
To find out more about legal and general savings and investment products, including PEPs and distribution bonds, call 0800 887878.
What do people like about the new Bic Twin?
Small, compact, lightweight, you know, yet it's still got the firmness behind it to actually do the business.
Kind of ergonomic feel about it.
For just getting under those edges, very slick, very smart.
Yes, it is very smooth. It's really what you want.
I was quite agreeably surprised.
I did like the big one, yeah. It glided across the face, it's smooth and nice, no rash. Brilliant value for money. First, clean shave, and one's still looking pretty good at the end of the day.
The new Bic Twin, designed for the way you like to shave.
If you're in business, television advertising is the most powerful way to reach your customers. To find out more, ring Leeds 465 444 and ask for Geoff France.
I was talking with William the other day, and he said that the Frankfurt deal was going to go ahead, and I was going to be back on the 28th in London. In time for the sales conference? In time for the sales conference, yes. You're not going to be back.
Buy a rose, sir.
No, I said no. I know there's going to...
Buy a rose for your one true love.
I beg your pardon.
Buy a rose for your one true love. You'd like him to buy a rose, wouldn't you, sir?
What?
Go on, sir. Show him how you feel.
Clear off. Can't you see we're having a business dinner?
Ah, well, you see, you're Your clothes say work, but your eyes say l'amour.
No, they don't.
I recognize that twinkle. I must have sold roses to 1,000 lovers in this restaurant.
Look, can't you see my colleague here is a man? Another man.
Love that dare not speak its name.
Still in love.
Not at all. Love is a thing to be cherished in whatever form it takes.
This man is not my boyfriend. We're both happily married, for God's sake.
The spirit of romance is not dead. You're married, and yet you're as much in love today as you were when you first met.
All right. Look, I'll buy a bloody rose from you just to get rid of you. Now just take it, will you?
£20. This is true love. For that, you can have a bunch of my finest roses.
Now just go away, please.
But you must present the roses to your one true love.
Just do it. Get rid of him, for God's sake. Mr. Smithers. Roger. I can't say it.
Speak from the heart.
I love you.
I didn't hear you.
I love you. I don't know what to say.
Say nothing. Let your actions speak for you.
Then will you go away?
I shall go away a happy man. Don't you wish you'd bought a rose when I first asked you?
Well, welcome to my cafe. Let me show you to a table. I do hope you don't mind sharing. This is Bill, and this is Mabel. And this is our head waiter. He's a swarthy man called Tony. He serves all our valued clients that float theirs from Ident. And that lady is our head chef. You can tell that by her clothes. She gives meals extra flavor every time she blows her nose. Please don't think we ignore hygiene. No, we welcome a health inspection. A man, he used to check our meat, but he died from an infection. We're in the latest Good Guide. Unlike lots of other dumps, we don't have no stars or rosettes. They gave this place 3 stomach pumps. Vintage Beaujolais Nouveau is maturing in our cellar. Oh, and if you're feeling parched, then try our smoked salmonella. We got atmospheric lighting when you're eating up your food, and some soft sensual music just to get you in the mood.
This little piggy went to market. This little piggy started home. This little piggy had roast beef. And this little piggy had none. And this little pig... What is... This is just a routine spot check, sir, if I may take a look.
Who enters the dwelling of the oracle?
It is I, Bob Rawlings. I've travelled many miles, for I've heard that your wisdom is infinite, and you answer questions and stuff.
My erudition is legendary. Kneel before me, meek pilgrim, and I will enlighten you. Choose your questions carefully, though, for I shall answer but 3. Now, what cognition do you thirst to imbibe? The answer to the eternal conundrums, the purpose of a flowering bud, the mystery of the life force that beats in your very chest, or the creation of all these things.
I was wondering if you could tell me how to open one of these cheese triangles. What? Well, see, I know how to open it by slicing it in half with a knife, but I wondered if there was a way you could unwrap it without it going all bendy and the cheese coming out the side.
You dare insult me with this pettiness?
You said ask anything.
My intellect can expound on any earthly enigma.
Well, then.
Ask me another.
Right. Why is it that every time I pull the top off this yogurt pot, it always tears in half?
What?
I like to lick the lid before I get the spoon in.
How dare you mock my perceptions with these trifles?
It's not a trifle, it's a low-fat fruit of the forest.
Enough of this foolery, you deficient half-wit.
I think it's something to do with the glue.
Silence, you gibbering loon. You have but one question left. Choose wisely.
I don't think I'd like to ask.
Anything.
Well, you see...
Out! Out! Never return to my dwelling again with such frivolity.
I'm going! You blinking rubbish, you are.
Before you go, you haven't got a pair of scissors on you, have you?
No! Well, that's your breakfast gone for a burn. Ready, Mr. Bloomsbury?
Ready, Mr. Bell?
I'm sorry, the number you have dialed is unobtainable. I'm sorry, the number you have dialed is unobtainable.
Definitely sort of anchovy cheesy aroma.
Garlicky, I think.
Oh, smouldering rubber tyres. Mama's overalls.
Porter stockings.
Definitely a rugby player's jockstrap in there somewhere.
I think.
Athlete's foot. Sumo wrestler's armpit.
What's it called again?
Your next door neighbour's homemade wine. Okay. Hello. Mind if I sit down and have a chat?
No, not at all. Feel free, Reverend.
Free? Oh, now. Prison officer told me you were upset about something.
He's just been given 10 years for robbing an art gallery.
And why is he wearing an officer's uniform?
Not the officer, Reverend, me. 10 years ago. Can you believe it? 10 years for nicking an oil painting. I honestly can't make head and tail of it.
It was a Picasso, was it?
Something called a headaway.
He didn't do it, Reverend.
No, I know. No, Constable did the airway.
I swear to you, I'm innocent, Reverend. I had a perfectly good alibi, but that judge didn't believe it.
He was with me in Brighton.
What were the judge doing? Were you in Brighton?
No, I was with her in Brighton.
We were there all day visiting my sister. She's just had a baby.
Look me in the eye and tell me straight, Reverend. You don't think I did it, do you?
Well, not unless the baby looks like you, no.
Not the baby, the gallery job. I mean, what would I want with a painting by Constable?
He's not a well man, Reverend. He's not well at all.
He's dead, his constable.
Oh, me! I'm not a well man.
I'll have a word with the governor. See about getting you, what's the word?
Pardon?
I said I'll have a word with the governor.
I think a nice little job in the prison kitchens would suit him just fine.
Why should the governor want to work in the prison kitchen?
Not the governor, Reverend, me. You see, I'm not cut out for this prison life. I can't do it. You've got to help me. I can't do porridge.
You can. You just pour the hot milk over the oats.
We're going to appeal his innocence, of course. I'm going to take this all the way to the Home Secretary.
Does he like a cup of tea, the Home Secretary? That's visiting over. Hey, now, come on. Cheer up. Look on the bright side.
I'm sorry, I'm all right now, Reverend.
No more crying.
No.
No more crying. And I'll tell you what, I'll come back and see you next week. That's all. Thank you and good night.
It'll be a tough battle tonight with some hairy moments along the way.
What's this? Where's that come from?
Pulled it off. And some interesting lines in conversation.
You're between marriages at the moment, aren't you?
That's right, I'm married, but I'm not.
Now, according to your husband, Jason, you have got absolutely no common sense at all.
That's right, yeah. Well, I think I'll have a large whiskey, please.
Never mind that. What about this car and £10,000?
Rock and roll!
The all-new Wheel of Fortune tonight at 8 on ITV.
But coming up next tonight, Raquel learns the truth about Charlie in Coronation Street.
Oh, dear.
Sorry?
Microbes again.
Microbes?
They're what causes the dandruff.
Only one thing for it.
Half-head test.
Oh, I'll wash half his head in one of these. Doesn't matter which. And I'll wash his other half in Head and Shoulders to show how its unique Micro-D formula neutralizes more of the microbes.
See, on this side...
well...
But with Head and Shoulders.
That's great.
Head and Shoulders does not shift dandruff.
Oi, I'm only half done.
Pull yourself together.
We asked some denture wearers why they don't use an adhesive.
I don't need it.
My dentures fit fine.
No problems here.
But then we gave them new Fixodent.
It's amazing the difference. It's like having my own teeth back again.
Confidence.
Comfort.
New Fixodent adjusts to the unique contour of your dentures and gums, forming a thin, powerful seal for a better hold than even the leading brand.
It wasn't bad before, but now it feels terrific.
Find out for yourself why denture wearers now say...
Fixodent, and forget it.
Breakfast here!
Cornflakes.
I know, sweetheart, but it's only a small-site shop.
Cornflakes?
I know.
Kellogg's Cornflakes, delicious flakes of corn drenched in ice-cold milk.
I think it's going to last all week.
Should do. It's a big enough box.
Kellogg's Cornflakes. Have you forgotten how good they taste?
Churchill could save you money on your car insurance. Call one of our people now and see how much you could save. You'll be surprised. Call Churchill free on 0800 200 300 for an instant quote, even instant cover. Right?
That's right. Free on 0800 200 300.
Call Churchill now and see how much you could save. Free on 0800 200 300. Churchill 0800 200 300.
Observe this test. Huh? Lunn Poly, proof that an identical holiday can cost you 10% less.
You know that little crack you've been trying to ignore? Well, surprisingly, Autoglass can usually repair it without replacing the windscreen. It'll be strong enough to pass the MOT, and it could even be free. Provided, that is, you call us in time.
The ambassador's receptions are noted in society for their host's exquisite taste that captivates his guests.
Ferrero Rocher.
Delicious.
Excellent.
Monsieur, with this Rocher already spoiling us.
Ferrero Rocher, a sign of good taste.
"6:30 in the morning. I must be mad. But you've only got to look at them to know why I do it. Good boy, Storm. Fetch it. After all that exercise, they can't wait to get stuck into a really meaty meal. Pedigree Chum is satisfying meaty nourishment, packed solid with all the goodness they need. I can't imagine life without my dogs. I wouldn't even consider giving them anything but the best to keep them bursting with energy."
Pedigree Chum. Top breeders recommended.
This Tuesday in Emmerdale, at the game farm, Seth Armstrong tries to woo some new arrivals.
Now, my little chickadees, come to Uncle Seth.
And Chris tries to woo Kathy.
I'm sorry, Chris, but it's going to take more than a bunch of red roses to restore the romance in our life.
Yes, well, it's always those closest to us who let us down here.
And he should know. Emmerdale, Tuesday at 7 on ITV.
Now in Coronation Street, Derek attempts to patch things up with Mavis, and Bet tells Raquel the truth about Charlie.